back here in Seattle where the Nets and the Sonics will match up. First of two meetings between these two teams. And here's a look at the Nissan starting lineups for the Nets. Kenyon Martin, Jason Collins, Richard Jefferson up front. Kerry, Kittles, and Jason Kidd is back in the starting lineup after resting his injured left knee and sitting out Saturday afternoon's loss to Toronto, 81-80. And for Seattle, and the Sonics are off to a 7-4 start. Not only is Jason Kidd back, but Lucious Harris, activated earlier today, has been dealing with lower back pain. And Harris.
Lewis knocks down another three.
Second from long range for Rashard Lewis, and it's a 6-2 Seattle lead.
And what that does is once you start making those outside shots, the defense has to respond, opens up the middle.
Kidd, an alley-oop pass to Kenyon Martin on the money.
Lost sight of the basketball. Good job by Kidd. Pinpoint pass to Martin.
Here's Lewis against Martin. 7. Those two broke up the back. Martin smacks it away from Lewis. Kidd up the floor. Good lead for Kittles, who's hacked by Barry.
Martin may have hurt his thumb on that play, reaching in. And down the other end, the steal leads to the attempt by Kittles. No question, Brent Barry took the swipe out of him.
Lucious Harris, activated earlier today. Here's Redmanovich against Jefferson. Both teams hot shooting. Can Lewis continue it? No. And the box out to Kidd. Good find. Kittles with a left-handed pass. He receives it and knocks it down.
And those are the attempts that they're going to try to get, and they need in transition. Off the miss, push it up the floor and try to catch them back in a number of situations.
Nets and Sonics knotted up at 16. Kenyon Martin has been possessed here in the early going. Redmanovich, the strong side board. We are tied at 18. Barry a 3. Long rebound. Martin, quick outlet. Kidd. Kittles down the floor. He missed it. Kidd the rebound.
How about that?
And puts it in. Jason Kidd trailing the play to get the deuce.
And again, that's what makes him so special, because he never gives up on a play, never assumes his teammate's going to make a layup, and hostile play there off the rebound and the putback.
Scalabrini yet to attempt a shot. Curry zigzagging, picked up by Collins way outside. High arc in delivery. Martin, rebound with a flip to Kidd.
Good shot there from Murray.
Kidd switching hands, he gets it off the glass, and Rittenauer is called on the personal. Jason Kidd knew exactly what he was doing with a rookie backpedaling against him defensively.
And it all started on the poor shot selection from Murray, as he actually had his teammate Rashard Lewis in a mismatch against Lucious Harris. Instead opted for a jump shot that came out long, and as you know, Jason Kidd turns it into an automatic fast break.
Hey, Nets fans, Nets McFamily plans are back. Get 4 Nets tickets, 4 McDonald's meals, and an entry into the McFamily Basketball Clinic contest starting at $99 per plan. The next McFamily plan game is Saturday, December 6th. Nets and the Phoenix Suns. New Jersey 0 for 2 from three-point range. Seattle 7 of 12 from beyond the arc. Ball movement. Kidd had it knocked away for a moment by Rittenauer. Then off balance. Kidd puts some English on it, and a foul call. Nate McMillan reacts.
He got up as high as Jason Kidd did.
And Kidd just looked over to Seattle and said, hey, he fouled me. Stop the bickering.
You think they believe him? Here's Kidd going to the hole. The reach in. Jason Kidd heads to the line for 2. We'll be back on Yes.
Seattle foul called on Rashard Lewis, his first. After the drive by Jason Kidd, he's going to earn a trip to the free throw line. You make the call at home. Little graze on the top of the shoulder.
Late whistle, and then, of course, after the disruption over on the Seattle bench, Jason Kidd looks at his arm, and whether they believe him or not, that's usually a sign, well, I got fouled, just to make it look like the refs knew what they were talking about.
Kidd 1 out of 2 at the free throw line. Split a pair just moments ago and gets the roll on the first. New York Yankees, they're now accepting deposits for 2004 season tickets and partial ticket plans. Act now while it's not too late. 718-293-6000, that's the number. 718-293-6000. You can also get a season ticket application. He just looks like a different guy to me. He either grew or gained a lot of weight. Both. He obviously grew
Still
that
a young
beard.
player.
Only 23 years old. Now in his third year. 37-29. Nets trail. Kidd, good feed. Jefferson leaning in with the left hand.
Tough shot, too, as the defense came over. Good job of switching hands. Used the body to ward off the defender. Brent Barry with 9 points and doing a fine job here for Nate McMillan and the Sonics.
Excellent spot-up shooter. And the 1996 Slam Dunk champion, so don't forget about what he was thought of when he first came into the league as a leaper.
Yeah, he could be an exciting player on the break as well.
Can block by Radmanovich, no look. Jefferson tipped to Collins for a two-handed slam.
Fortunate there, the Sonics had gone zone. He's got a little bit of range. Again, he's not a guy who's going to step out where these other guys do, but you give him the foul line jump shot, much like Jason Collins, he's not going to be hesitant to take it.
7 seconds left. Kidd for Rogers. He'll get the three off and
nice
converts. Rodney Rogers' first three of the night for New Jersey comes with 3.2 left.
The Nets certainly doing some good things in this first half to keep this closer than they kept it against Toronto last Saturday. Here's Jason Kidd, alley-oop to Kate with it. They're up by 2. Nets on the break later. Jason Kidd feeding Kerry Kittles. Kittles with a miss. Kidd, though, gathers it up and makes it. Nets up by 2. Now Seattle. If there is a distinct advantage, staying in this thing. Kidd. Nice pass down low. Redshirt Jefferson off the glass. It's a 6-point game. Then later in the second, Raptors, and he was strong in the first quarter.
Jason Kidd held to 5 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds in the first half, returning to the lineup after sitting out Saturday afternoon's loss to Toronto with a swollen left knee.
Leon Wood says you waited about a second too long, and that was the defensive 3-second call. Jason Kidd will shoot the technical foul.
Nets are 7 of 8 as a team. Now 8 of 9 from the free throw line. Kittles comes over to defend Barry.
Their focus this half has to be on getting out to the shooters.
Barry gets the step on Kittles. No look deflected. Nets with numbers if they hurry. Kittles to Kidd. Back to Kittles for the layup.
Good job on the 2-on-1 there as Kidd and Kittles work at perfection. Defense intensity. Doing a good job. And off that defense, the ability to run. Kerry Kittles able to finish on the fast break.
And to delay a game against Seattle after the out-of-bounds call. Outside, Barrett. Kittles there defensively. He sets the screen. There's the roll. Collins able to block it. Murray can't get it to drop, and Martin clears it for Kidd. Running hard. Fine. Jefferson soaring through the air for 2.
And that's the easy shots that they get in transition, high percentage shots. If they can get some stops, they can really put some pressure on the Sonics.
And that was a clear call by Derek Richardson as he blew the whistle.
On the break, Kidd head up, knows where his teammates, just drops it off for Jefferson. You see Richard Jefferson floating in the air, goes right by Lewis over his back for the 2.
Third foul on Kenyon Martin. Seattle still looking for its first points of this second half. And a turnover. Kidd is running. Oh, look at Kittles darting to the rim.
You don't catch him.
A two-handed flush. And the Nets have gotten back to within 2. Seattle will take a timeout. What a spurt to open up the third quarter.
7-0. Another break opportunity. And they've all come for the break, or from the break, as Kerry Kittles responds once again, and he runs by the defense. The Nets closing that gap slowly.
Nets are on a 10-0 run, bridging the second and third quarters. And they have cut it to 45-43.
Now, fast break points, as we talked about their focus in this second half to get some stops and to make shots at the other end. The best way to make shots is put the heat on in transition and get those high percentage, high quality shots, and they've done just that. The fast break story, 13-1 in favor of New Jersey.
But Seattle coughs it right back. No look feed. Jefferson and Martin down the lane for the slam.
Right now it's just a fast break clinic. If you're Seattle, you've just watched the Nets run by you 5 times in a row for fast break layups.
And a 12-0 run going back to the second quarter. We are tied at 45. Murray clanks a 3.
Not a good decision there shot-wise.
Kidd keeping the pressure on. Martin leads it for Jefferson. He's fouled and almost had a chance at a 3-point play.
Well, they're in a groove right now. A lot of smiles. And who wouldn't like to play like this? Just move the basketball, find the open man, and dunks and layups galore.
Seattle still hasn't scored in this third quarter.
No, they've been stuck, and worse off, they really haven't had very many good possessions, turned it over a lot.
Lewis catch and shoot. That one doesn't go.
Too many jump shots right now for Seattle's offense.
What worked in the first half isn't working here. Kidd was fouled by Barry, no call. Move the ball. Kidd against Barry, being overplayed. Loop up top. Jefferson catch, comes down with it and puts it in.
Smart decision. Jefferson didn't have the opportunity when he went up in the air.
And Collins goes 1 out of 2. The Nets lead 50-48. Here's Murray, picked up by Martin. Murray around it.
Nice defense.
Blocks the shot. Kidd gets it ahead. Jefferson accelerating to the goal.
Layup after layup after layup. And that was all dictated by the defense by Kenyon. Great job blocking the Murray shot.
And Jefferson now has 12 points. The Nets outscoring the Sonics 19-1 on the break. Redmanovich using his size against Kittles for a turnaround. No good. Kidd, aggressive. Picked up by Redmanovich, now gets around Murray. Baseline. Leaves it for Martin. And the strength able to get the shot off and earn a trip to the line. This is a different net team that's come out of the locker room.
There's a block by Kenyon Martin, leading to another break by the Nets. We have seen a big shift. No question that the tide has turned as far as the style the Nets would like to play defensively, turning it up a notch. Some careless turnovers by the Sonics, and the Nets have been off and running, and they've hurt them every time in any type of loose ball situation. The Nets have been out of position and can't recover defensively.
10 points for Redmanovich, 4th Sonic in double figures. Up top, broken up by Barry. Kidd's got it, and puts it in. He put a little English on it.
It's been some wild plays as Barry made a heck of a play to deny the lob, but then Kidd comes up with the loose ball.
8 points, 9 assists, 8 rebounds for Kidd, who is on his way to his 3rd triple-double of the season. At the end of 3. Swing, New Jersey would love nothing more than to start it off. Nets picking up where they left off in the 3rd quarter to start play in the 4th, and the forwards are moving forward tonight.
Richard Jefferson, Kenyon starting the ball game. Richard Jefferson has picked up the pace. He had 12 between the 3rd quarter and the first part of the 4th quarter. Willing to do the extra work to try to get by a defender, to get the ball inside a little bit closer to the basket or take it by him off the dribble.
Martin feeds Kidd. One-on-one against Flip Murray. Kidd, lob. Martin lays it in. Oh, that is pretty. Kenyon Martin was bumped on his way underneath and still had the strength to put it in. 10th assist for Kidd.
Watch this play again. Kidd comes off the screen. He throws it right away. You see Kenyon Martin being backed out by Lewis. Wanted to foul, didn't get it, but a set play between those two guys. Kidd and Martin
do have a 73-62 lead. And Murray, not a very good free throw shooter, 65%. He was 62% last year in time spent with both Seattle and Milwaukee. Rogers against Redmanovich. Rogers seeing extended minutes, 16 minutes tonight. No-look feed, outside, Kidd a 3, knocks it down. Jason Kidd now has 11 points, and he is 1 rebound shy of another triple-double.
Quality shots. They've been very patient on the offensive end. Really doing a good job trying to assert themselves on the inside. If the double team doesn't come, kick it to the outside shot.
Barry outside Murray, penetration, and Kidd able to jar it loose. Seattle has to take a timeout. 6.5 to play. And the New Jersey Nets have exploded in the second half here at Key Arena. In the first game following the stunning Alonzo Mourning announcement that the 7-time All-Star. Pretty good way to start a West Coast road trip. After halftime, impeccable play by New Jersey.
Boy, it's just been a complete turnaround from what we saw in the first half and more what we're used to seeing. But the Nets have reacted to what Seattle hasn't been able to do with authority, to say the least, that they have just been off and running and total dominance here in the second half by the Nets. Yeah, there's not much resistance anymore from the Sonics defensively. They look like a team that's just about ready to wave that white flag.
Radmanovich will continue to toss from long range, and Jason Kidd has a triple-double.
Their total dominance on the inside all evening long.
Third triple-double of the season for Jason Kidd, and Kidd can add to his points with a layup. Jason Kidd.
They're getting run out of their own building right now.
Nets are doing everything correct in this second half. Everything. Jason Kidd, 53rd career triple-double. And the third of the season for him. Rogers goes to the bench, replaced by Jefferson. Lucious Harris. A dangerous spot for Kidd, who lost his footing when he went up in the air.
Another jump shot.
Lewis way off.
Another fast break. Tracked
down by Kidd. Foul call. Third team foul against Seattle.
Byron's going to take Kidd out of the ball game. I think he's to the point of he doesn't need any more.
Jason Kidd, 13 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists in 35 minutes of action. He's coming up. Thanks to our producer.
Let's check out the highlights to see who exactly got inspired on this West Coast road swing. The start of it, the opener in Seattle, Jason Kidd to Kenyon Martin, third quarter. Here come the Nets. Kidd gets the ball to Kerry Kittles. He'll take it in for the dunk, and the Nets almost have erased that 9-point deficit. They're within 2. Then on the break, Kidd to RJ to Kmart, who finishes with a flush. Nets opening the quarter on a 13-0 run, and then they keep forcing the play. Martin will start to break with a block on Flip Murray. Kidd pushes it up and then feeds it to RJ for the lay-in. 52-48 Nets at that point. Now Seattle trawl alone. Nets up the end of the third. Now fourth quarter, they take control. Kidd with a flip pass to Martin, who gets a nice little roll. And Kidd keeping it himself, and this time knocking down a 3. So suddenly things falling into place. Long range for the Nets. They're up by 14. And finally, one more break. And Kidd will get to finish this one as he lays it in. Kidd's third triple-double of the season and 53rd of his career. 13 points, 11 rebounds, 10 assists.